Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. So I'm doing a little bit of a video today testing out my my new sound system. So I've basically put a new microphone into my helmet just to try and improve the audio a little bit, and I need to really verify and check it out and see how it works. So I'm on the BMW, I'm going to go for a little bike ride and we'll see how we go. Give me just a moment to get started. So I'm also just put the visor down, so I'm also using a different crash helmet, which I do hope I've got the angle correct for the camera, but I guess we won't really know until we get going and I look back at the video later on. But certainly from what I can tell in the little preview screen, that it doesn't look too bad. So let's get us started. Oh, I do like this engine. What a machine. Right. Let's go gadget. Ooh. Brakes certainly work well. Right. Oh, what a beautiful day. It's just perfect. We have got the right amount of wind to make it nice. The sun's out. It's not raining. So in my mind, that is absolutely perfect. Perfect day to be out on the BMW. Looks like I'm going to need to get some fuel at some point. Only got 52 miles of range. Don't think I'm going to be going for 52 miles, mind. Don't know what I've done with my mirrors, all over the place. That's better. So I still haven't got the low seat. So we are still struggling on with the high seat. I am going to have to get it ordered because I'm alright on it. But like I always mention and moan about, I can't quite touch the ground. Well, I can touch the ground, but not in the comfortablest of ways. So we'll get that sorted. So I do hope this new sound setup's working okay and it can all be heard nice and clearly. My whole concept of this was to try and get the sounds to a point where I'm not getting any wind noise, or getting a very limited amount of wind noise. But anything I can do to get the audio better, in my opinion, is a good thing, because there's nothing worse than watching a video with crappy audio and clipping and all sorts of other things that go on. So clipping is when the voice gets to the point where it's beyond the microphone's ability to actually hear it with any kind of quality, as far as I understand it. It kind of distorts at the end or the higher ranges. So you have to kind of find a compromise. Now there's a thing called 32-bit float, which I can record in with this setup, provided I use the transmitter, which I've got, independently of the audio of the recording. But then I have to try and synchronize all the audio with the video in post, which isn't the end of the world, but it's a pain. So this is kind of without 32-bit float, and I'm hoping it's going to be okay, and the audio is kind of embedded or attached already to the video. The other option is I use a receiver, which I've got, which I have to then attach to the action cam, which makes the whole setup on the actual crash helmet a bit bulky, and there's bits that could fall off, and then you have to plug in Type-C to Type-C connectors and all this sort of stuff, and it's a whole faff. So yes, I can go 32-bit float, which I think stops any clipping of any kind, but it is a bit of a setup, and I might need to you know, change the way things are. But this helmet, I've always found, this is Schuberth C5 or C4, and I've always found that it's very, very, very quiet in as far as wind noise is concerned. It's the first thing I ever noticed when I got this helmet, is just how quiet it was. But obviously, being a flip helmet, there's always a little bit of a compromise, and it's a little more difficult to use a flip helmet with a camera. Come on, people, move. So we'll see how we get on with this. So at the moment I'm using the camera straight onto a thing called a, well, it's got a mount, but it's got a chin mount straight onto the helmet, and I usually would use a extension piece so I can actually bring the helmet, or position the camera a little bit more up. The compromise though is it makes the camera sit further away from the helmet. So I'm trying it without, and we'll see how we get on, but it could be that the angle is just too low where you're kind of set looking at the clocks when you really want to be looking up here, whereas I don't want to be riding like that. So we'll have to see. This is all about experimenting. If I get the audio right, adjusting the camera is kind of minor. At some point I want to do a video actually, once I've got a good setup that I know works, and I want to do a video of how to install a sort of vlogging setup onto a helmet. I think it's could be quite interesting for some people if they want to start off and start YouTubing, or at least recording their rides with good audio. The good thing about the system I've got is using the DJI Mic 2. I've got sort of multiple transmitters, multiple mics, I've got lav mics, I've got all sorts of bits and pieces, so I can mic up the bike independently of the helmet, so I can get some nice exhaust tones. I can do multiple cameras with that, and it's, yeah, potential to be a really, really, really good system. So we'll have to see how this initial phase goes. Check out the quality of the audio, how much wind I'm getting. So let's just shut up for a minute and see how windy it is. Well, that's buggered me, innit? See if I can weave my way through. I don't like cutting through because I've got my panniers on and makes the bike a bit wide. They're nice people, aren't they? They're nice, let me through. They're lovely people. I don't really want to be sat in here, but let's get through this little gap here. So it looks like we've got a broken down car up ahead. That's what's causing the problem. Come on, little Range Rover, you can come in. There you go. Seems to be an awful lot of these flags still about. Alright, so you seem to be in more of a hurry than everyone else, are you? There we go. Oh, just realised I've got my heated grips on, no wonder it's getting a bit warm. Alright, let's go. I am really bonding with this bike. Really bonding with it. It is fabulous. I know there's a lot of lighter bikes out there and this and that, but oh my god, I love this engine. I'm glad I'm bonding with the bike because I've got it for a long time, so So I've recently just bought myself an RST airbag jacket, which I'm wearing at the moment, and it's got a system called InMotion, or InMotion, which is a computer box of tricks with sort of sensors in it and various bits and pieces, and it claims, hopefully, should you have an off, it will recognise the fact that you're flying through the air, and before you've even got close to landing, your jacket will inflate, which is going to protect your sort of abdomen, chest and all that area, and your neck. Not the cheapest things, I'll be honest with you, and there's a monthly subscription with this particular unit, which is, I think it's about £12 a month. But then, you know, that's peace of mind, isn't it? I hope to never come off, I really do, but at least if I do, yeah, it's not going to help my limbs that much, but it will certainly protect the bits that are important. So hopefully that's a good investment. So the jacket's by RST. Is it a Sabre 3, I think it is? Leather, full leather, really soft plush leather. It's really nice actually, really comfortable. Built-in back protector, which is sort of part of the InMotion design. Module that clips in. And obviously for the full air system, which you know, should I have an issue, I've got the best possible protection. God, does this bike go? It's brilliant. Oh, I love a little Boxster engine. Well, I say little. My first Boxster, and I must admit, I love it. Slowly getting to grips with the sitting position of the bike being slightly different from the XR. But what a machine! What a machine! What an absolute legend of a bike. So it's a little underrated. People don't, you know, they haven't sold as many of these. that's not to say they're bad. Just most people go for the GS, and I get it. I really do get it. Because, you know, if it had been more practical for me, I probably would have done the same, but I am actually suitably impressed with this. Ooh, reserve tank reached. Right, I better get some fuel at some point. A very popular little spot, this, the Silver Ball Cafe, popular for bikers alike. To be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of the food there. It's, you know, what you expect for a greasy spoon, but it's very popular. Certainly amongst the biking fraternity. There's quite a few lorries that stop there too, because it's got quite a big car park. Oh, I love this time of year. It's just nice. It's not so hot. Autumn. Look at it. Look at the leaves. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. It's been one hell of a summer. No idea what this bloke's up to. Are you going? Are you staying? What are you doing? You're sort of indicating as if to go. Some beautiful countryside around here. Some lovely properties as well. Something about being on a bike, and it just gives you that ability just to see a bit more. You know, I would never have even known that was there driving past in a car. Absolutely beautiful. Well, that's mistake sport. So let's have a little look. Now, I did say in the previous video that I'd actually show this bike with the panniers, and I think the panniers actually really set it off a lot more than without. So that exhaust is a bit more discreet now the panniers are fitted, and yeah, certainly able to take on the continent. Clamber aboard, I sort of fall into the bike. Power on, chocks away. Into gear and we go. Actually feel when the shift cam happens, so you get a little boost. It's quite cool. See, you hear that? I'll try and do it again, so we'll bring her down slow. So second gear, it's going to give it some. There you go. Just get a little pop off that exhaust, it's quite nice actually. Grumble. Always a little careful on this road because there's horses everywhere. It's all horse stables and riding schools and all sorts, and there's a lot of horses, as you can see the signs. So that's it, nice little ride out on the R1250. Really getting to grips with it, really starting to love it. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content, consider subscribing. In either case, I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.